Cocktail Thursdays. Today I'm going to be talking about the Long Island iced tea and the Tokyo iced tea. I guess I'll quickly go. I didn't research it like last time, so I have it here on my phone. It's fine. As per usual, if you want to order any of these drinks, go to toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com, which is right here in the corner. Like I said, we're doing the Long Island iced tea and the Tokyo iced tea. So if you do want the Tokyo iced tea, just type in just hit the Long Island iced tea button, and then in the notes write Tokyo iced tea. So the Long Island iced tea, I have it right here on my phone, was supposedly invented in 1972 during a cocktail making contest for a brand of triple sec, which it's not specified here. It was created by Robert Rosebud Butt. That is correct. He claimed to have invented it and entered it in a triple sec cocktail, like a cocktail contest using triple sec. He made the drink, it won, and what was it? Yeah, he worked at the Oak Beach Inn on Long Island, hence the name Long Island iced tea. And then it was perfected by Ransom Bishop, which was an apprentice of his. So as we go along, if you guys have any questions about anything that I'm using, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll pin them up and answer your questions. I guess we can just get started. So the Long Island iced tea, it's famously boozy. In retrospect, it uses, I think, about 2.5 ounces, which it can be a lot. If you pace yourself, it's really not, but this isn't really a pace yourself drink. So let's get started. So you can just build this in the glass. We're going to start off with our traditional Long Island iced tea. So you're going to want pretty much 1/2 ounce of everything. We're going to do everything in equal parts. We're going to start off with spiced rum. If you don't want to use spiced rum, you can use dark rum or light rum, but you want the aging. You want the oak age, or you want the spice, whichever one. Doesn't really matter. So now we're going to do same amount, 1/2 ounce of vodka. We're using Svedka Citron vodka. We're going to be using lemon juice in this too. The Citron vodka will help bring that out. So I'd recommend you use the Citron vodka, but any vodka will be fine. Now we're going to use Old Mex agave tequila liqueur. Of course, you would just use regular tequila. Same amount, 1/2 ounce of gin. And then same amount, 1/2 ounce of triple sec. So that is all of our booze right there. And yeah, if you want to order this cocktail, feel free to order on toasttab.com/thebeverly.com, the Long Island iced tea. And also, don't forget to tip your bartender. You can support me on Venmo at Stephen-Rudin. So what we're going to do now is add some not booze. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. So there's 1 ounce and 1/2. I'm going to open the chat back up so I can see if people. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to add ice, and I'm going to top it off with Coke. And that's the first drink, the Long Island iced tea. When you add all the booze and the lemon juice and stuff, and you put the Coke in there, it looks like iced tea. Apparently, it also tastes like iced tea. I've actually never really had one. I've tasted it. It did taste like iced tea. I've never had one myself. But so that's the hello. So if you want to order the Long Island iced tea, toasttab.com/thebeverly.com, thecastlebeverly.com. That's the online. There we go. You can order it online. Just type in Long Island iced tea. There'll be the button Long Island iced tea. We're going to move on to the next version of this, and it's called the Tokyo iced tea. So the Tokyo iced tea was, I actually kind of know a little bit more about this one, surprisingly, than this one. This was invented in the 90s in Japan. And instead of using triple sec, they switched it out for Midori melon liqueur, which is a liqueur made out of Japanese melon. So yeah, we're gonna do the Tokyo iced tea. A few? Just a few Stellas? Okay. So Tokyo iced tea. I'm gonna take out the triple sec. I'm gonna be taking out the triple sec, and I'm gonna be replacing that with this Bols melon liqueur. It's pretty much the exact same thing. But if you want to use Midori, use Midori. It has a little bit more of a sharper, more melon taste, so I would go with Midori personally, but the Bols is just as good. And instead of using the spiced or dark rum, I'm going to be using coconut rum. You good?
Yeah, I'm just trying pretty glass.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be using a coconut white rum, and then instead of using Coke, we're going to use Sprite. So that way you get like a bright green cocktail. If you want to order the Tokyo iced tea, hi Rin. If you want to order the Tokyo iced tea, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And when you order a Long Island iced tea, just put in the notes Tokyo iced tea, melon iced tea, doesn't matter. And I'll know what you're talking about, and I'll make it for you right here on screen. If you have any questions about the cocktails that I'm making, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll pin the comment and answer your question. And also, don't forget to tip your bartender. So let's get started on the Tokyo iced tea. So it's going to be the same proportions, half an ounce of everything. So we'll start off with half an ounce of our gin. We'll do half an ounce of our coconut rum. Again, any white rum will do. Coconut actually goes pretty well with melon, in my opinion, so I would actually try that. They also do make, they make rums of any flavor, coconut, pineapple. So you can also just do a standard Bacardi rum. Cool. All right, and we're going to do half an ounce of tequila. This is more of a gold tequila. I would recommend using a silver tequila just to keep with the color. And it will change the flavor a little bit. You'll get more of a neutral flavor with, I won't waste it, I promise. You'll get more of a neutral flavor with the Blanco tequila. If you go with a gold tequila, you'll get more of like a robust flavor. I mean, it's all however you want it. But if you want to keep the color consistency, I'd recommend you use the Blanco tequila. All right, half an ounce of Citron vodka. And then half an ounce of our Bols melon, or Midori, if you prefer to use Midori. And then we got a somewhat green color in there now. All right, and now we'll do an ounce and a half of our lemon juice again. I've also seen recipes where people use lime juice. That's also more so for presentation, just to keep it as green as possible. But lemon juice does the trick fine. And lime juice, is a little bit more harsh when it comes to the sour element. So, okay. And now, like I said, instead of using Coke, we're going to use Sprite just to keep it green. And there it is. So it's not bright green, it's more like a spring green, but that is the Tokyo iced tea. Let's give it a little stir. So these are our two different iced teas. We got the Long Island iced tea and the Tokyo iced tea. There is a third variation that I could do. I think I might actually show it to you. It's called the AMF, or Adios Mother. It's the same ingredients as this. It's kind of like if these two had a baby. So actually, I'll make that. Yeah, make that for you right now. So this is called the AMF. It's another variation of the Long Island iced tea. It's probably more close to the Tokyo iced tea. The only difference is we swapped the melon out for blue curacao. And instead of getting a light green drink, you get a light blue drink. But it's gonna, instead of having that melon note, it's gonna have more of like an orange note to it. So we'll get into that real quick. So again, same proportions, half an ounce of everything. Half an ounce of gin. Oh, wrong rum. My bad. White rum. You want to use white rum. Cookies! Blake just brought cookies in.
Not for us.
Aw.
For Kevin and Rin from Will.
We're gonna eat them on the live stream.
Stolen.
Next 7 minutes. The next 15 minutes are gonna be us eating Kevin and Rin's cookies. Have an ounce of vodka. Half an ounce of tequila. And then we're gonna do half an ounce of blue curacao. And there we go. Now we have a nice deep blue base right here. And then we're going to do the same thing that we've done for these two, the ounce and a half of lemon juice. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did for these two. This is what makes it more closely related to the Tokyo iced tea. Instead of using Coke, I'm going to use Sprite just to keep it blue, and it's going to give it more of a citrusy flavor profile. So I'm going to fill it with ice and fill it with Sprite. Okay, and we'll give that a little stir and add a straw. And now we have a nice deep blue cocktail. This cocktail was probably, I think, made about the same time as this one in like the 1990s. That's when we were getting all of the fluorescent color, greens, blues, reds, what have you. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the Long Island iced tea, which if you want to order a Long Island iced tea, you can order it to go. I'll make it for you right here on the stream. Just just order it on the toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. If you want the Tokyo iced tea, do the same thing, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com, and hit Long Island iced tea, and then in the notes write Tokyo iced tea, and I'll make it for you right here on the screen. And the AMF, same deal, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com, hit Long Island iced tea, and then just write AMF. Okay? So I guess we should go on to tasting them. Oh, and as always, don't forget to tip your bartender. My Venmo's right here, at Stephen-Rudin. So what we have right here are the 3 iced teas. I've never had these 2 before. I've taken a sip out of a Long Island iced tea, and I guess we'll try it. What?
You gonna drink all 3 of those?
All at once. I mean, it tastes like iced tea. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, you see all the things go in and you don't really expect it to taste like iced tea, especially like it doesn't taste like Coke in the slightest. It just tastes like a fizzy iced tea. I think if I was to pick something out of it, the thing I would taste the most was probably the gin and the lemon juice. But those are real. I mean, gin is a really aggressive flavor. Not really aggressive, but it's a really prominent flavor. But other than that, if you just take everything out, then yeah, it just tastes like iced tea. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat, and I will pin it up and answer it. If you missed any of it, and if you're just coming in, again, ask me how I made it, and I'll walk you through it again. All right, so now we're going to try this. Now, I've never had a Tokyo iced tea or an AMF. I've heard that this also somehow tastes kind of like iced tea, but I wouldn't really know because I've never tried it. So I'll be fine. Maybe. Maybe.
He's got friends to help him.
Yeah, if I need to be walked home, I'll I got Blake and Peter.
I'll throw you over my shoulder.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much help I can be, but I can be the brains of the operation.
You can just sing song. You'll be the bard.
Yeah.
I'll be the drunk that you guys are escorting out of the bar. Okay, so now we're going to try the Tokyo iced tea, which, again, is just a Long Island iced tea, but with Midori instead of triple sec, or melon liqueur instead of triple sec, and Sprite instead of Coke. It's good, but it's too sweet for me. That's just my personal take on it. The Midori is what comes through the most. The gin is just lost. But yeah, the Midori is definitely really prominent. If you have a sweet tooth, you'll really like this. If you like candy sweet things, I think you'll like this a lot. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I think so far I like this one the most. All right, and then we have the AMF, which again is basically just a Long Island iced tea, but you're swapping out the triple sec for blue curacao. Thank you. Yeah, it's my birthday this weekend. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, now we're going to try the AMF, which again is basically just a Long Island iced tea, but instead of triple sec, you're using blue curacao. So you're still going to have that orange flavor that the Midori doesn't. I mean, obviously that the Midori doesn't. But instead of Coke in the Long Island, you're using Sprite in this. So yeah, it's essentially if these two had a baby, I guess. So let's try it. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Peter.
You got it, buddy.
He's on the stream commenting, and he's right there.
You don't want to interrupt.
It's up. You can interrupt if you want. It's funny. Peter, do you want to try any of these?
Yes.
Do you want to be my? Do you want to be my second official taster?
God, I was hoping you would ask.
Okay. So we're gonna do a first time ever thing. Peter's gonna come on here and join me. So, you know, we can grab new straws because.
I was gonna say new straw
Yeah.
for COVID.
So
Or should we get a separate cup too? Or no?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you know, if people want me to, this is what I did the first. I didn't do it last time just because there was a lot of booze involved. But the first episode, I did a thing called the King's Cup where I mixed all three together. If you guys want me to do that again, leave in the comments.
I want you to do that again.
Shut up, Blake. Okay, so the AMF, I like this one a lot too. I think this one is my least, and then this one is my middle favorite. This one's my favorite. It just tastes like iced tea. Have you ever had a Long Island before?
Yes.
Yes. Did you
Yes.
like it?
Yes.
Okay, so you already know what this tastes like, but we'll do the 1950s. Yeah. This is a good idea. Let's do it.
Aww.
That's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did that make a good one? Good.
Mhm. Guys, tip your bartender. He's really good.
I'm glad you liked it. What notes are you getting?
It tastes like iced tea. I'm definitely getting the lemon juice.
Yeah,
That's like one of the first things that comes through.
yeah, exactly. That and the gin, definitely. I kind of get some of the tequila, but
Mhm.
not a whole lot. The gin masks everything, and then it just tastes like iced tea after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to order one of these, again, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com, which the link is right here, and I'll leave it up for a few. And again, if you want to order any of these drinks, just make sure you leave it in the notes. So which one do you want to try next?
This one.
Tokyo iced tea?
Yeah.
Okay. Casey's mom
Oh,
said,
that's
"Oh,
good.
that's sweet."
Thanks, Mrs. Sherman.
Thank you, Mrs. Sherman.
We miss you here.
If you like Midori, you'll like this a lot.
Definitely getting the watermelon.
Yeah.
I think if I had to choose between the two that I've had so far, I think I'd go with the normal Long Island.
I would too. Yeah. This one is probably my least favorite of the three. It's just too sweet for me.
And, like, I have a sweet tooth. When Steve was talking about that, he was talking about me.
Yeah.
What?
Um,
You? Never.
What?
No idea.
Peter stealing the cookie dough when I make cookies? Never.
Not on stream, Blake.
What? Peter getting salmonella from what?
Cookie dough?
Right, and then this one is the AMF, which I'm not really allowed to say the real name on stream. I think you all know.
See you guys later.
Oh, is that your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Peter has his favorite. So I guess going from this way to this way, which would be your three favorites?
Did you give them little numbers?
What?
Did you give them little numbers? Number
Coming
1, number
in.
2, number 3.
We don't have any numbers.
Oh,
Oh, wait, get the table numbers. Unfortunately, we don't have a table 3, so just grab 4 and we'll pretend that that's 3.
The inner teacher on me is very uncomfortable with miscounting.
Okay. So this is table 1. Wait until Blake comes back. Thank you for joining me, by the way.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right. So if you were to rank them, so this is 1, that's 2, that's 4.
Good enough.
Okay, if we were to rank them, this one was my favorite.
Okay. I should
And
have kept the stands.
the
Wait.
traditional Long Island iced tea comes in second. And then that guy comes in third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same, but I would swap these two. So mine would be this guy, and then this guy. These two are really similar. I think the only real like differentiating thing is the fact that I switched Coke for Sprite.
Mm. This one tastes like you're drinking like. It feels like it belongs on a beach. To me, like laying in the sun, getting a pineapple sticking out.
Yeah,
This
also,
is like
that's true.
yeah.
I also did swap out for coconut rum instead of the. So you're probably getting a lot of the coconut out of that.
Okay.
So maybe it's almost like a blue Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the deep blue that we used to have,
Yeah.
but carbonated.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that one's just straight up iced tea. So yeah, again, if you want to order any of these, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. If you want the Long Island iced tea, all you have to do is hit the button, and we'll get it, and I'll make it for you. If you want the AMF, just same thing. Hit Long Island iced tea, but write AMF in the notes. And then right here we have the Tokyo iced tea. You know what to do. Just hit the Long Island iced tea button, and in the notes write Tokyo iced tea, and I'll make it for you. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Goodbye.